Welcome to the Marble and Grain Show. I'm Chef Yos.
I'm Bosh the Butcher.
And today we are doing the art of braising. What did you bring for us from Marble and Grain today, Bosh?
So I brought gorgeous shanks. We have two types of shanks today. We have lamb shanks, which are full shank. The bone is whole. You still have all the marrow going through the bone, and you have these gorgeous lamb shanks. With lamb, when you smell them, you should smell a little bit of fresh grass, but it shouldn't stink. There shouldn't be any real odor. That's how you know it's a fresh piece of lamb. And look at the color, nice dark red. Since we're braising, we don't want to take off the silver skin because that silver skin is going to cook down in our braise. So here, Yos, we'll get started.
All right, we have a little bit of salt and pepper right here. I'm just gonna.
So Yos, what is it you're doing now? So
now I'm seasoning it. We're building levels of flavor. I'm seasoning the lamb shank with salt and pepper and some mixture of herbs.
Herbs de Provence?
Herbs de Provence, which is, if I remember correctly, thyme, rosemary, sage, and something else.
Well, that's good enough for me.
What we want to do is we really want to get a good sear on this. We're going to put it down. You hear that sizzle? That means that it's working to start building a Maillard reaction.
So I'm going to give you two more to go. We're not going to want to crowd the pan. Yos, so how is this different than a cholent? I mean, with a cholent, we're going to be throwing things in. We don't brown meat with the cholent.
So cholent is not really a braise. Cholent is a stew that is, everything gets thrown in it. It's kind of a set it and forget it. Here we are actually building flavors in the braise, and we are definitely not making the final liquid is going to be more of a sauce-like consistency than an actual stew-like consistency.
So we're going to be cooking this at a lower temperature so that your muscle fibers don't contract as much and more of the juices stay within the meat.
Yeah, and we really wanted to also break down all that hard fibers and collagen.
Do we have room in the pan for one more?
For a mini one.
We don't want to crowd the pan, so we have room for the meat to cook, and we're not just building up steam in there, which is not going to allow for the browning effect. So, Yos,
do not cover the pan.
I want to talk a little about two types of shins and shanks. So here we have the lamb. This was cut for the whole lamb leg. So you see, you have this long bone right here, and around it you have the shin meat. Here, these are beef ossobuco, where we cut across the bone. So you see that both of them have the same bone and the same meat inside them. One market weight steer are 10 times the weight of a lamb. I mean, this lamb probably weighed 125 pounds, and this steer probably weighed 1,800. But you get these gorgeous circles. This allows the collagen to come out easier into the stew, thickening the liquid, or into the liquid in the braise, thickening that liquid and giving it this gorgeous, creamy, velvety texture.
So I happen to love beef ossobuco because of the, circle of love right there, that all that bone marrow butter is literally seeping into the beef as it's cooking slowly. It just really just melts it, and it's such a good flavor. A lot of people only kind of think of ossobuco when it comes to veal, but it's a cheaper cut, it's a very flavorful cut, it's very beefy. I love it.
I use the beef ossobuco usually for Yemenite soup because you get the gorgeous deep flavor in the soup, or like beef and barley soup, because it thickens up that soup very nicely, and the meat holds together because it's such a tough meat. Right. It can sit with a stew or a braise.
All right, next step, we developed a really nice, on one side so far.
Let's see.
A really nice crust. You can see that. And we're just developing it on the other side. And soon we're gonna deglaze with some Baron Herzog Cabernet.
So explain deglazing to us.
Deglazing is when after you seared anything, there's bits of fond or fun, I like to call them.
The little brown
bits on the flavor. There's so much packful flavor there. It's caramelized, it's rich. You can flavor your braise any way you want. Garlic, aromatics.
Say I don't have red wine. Can I use water?
I like to say I prefer to use everything but water, but you could use water, but any liquid that has flavor in it. Coca-Cola is fun to braise with.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Juices, obviously stocks, soups and stuff like that. Not thickened soups. But
Don't juices have too much sugar in them? Wouldn't they burn?
not when it's in a braise.
Okay.
It'll evaporate out. It'll be fine. The alcohol also evaporates out for those that are worried about having that alcoholic flavor when they're cooking. Okay, so now I'm going to take these off for a minute.
We'll rest them here.
That smell is so good.
It's that
lammy
roast,
smell.
It's that roast smell that you get when you brown meat. It's delicious.
All right.
Here's some Baron Herzog.
All right, so I like to deglaze. You're gonna see that? Ooh, there we go. Lower that, please.
Now, are we going to reduce the wine at all? Are we going to cook it down, or are we leaving it just as it is?
Well, no, I'm gonna leave it as it is because I'm gonna just get those bits off, and I'm gonna put that back in. I would add any, extra vegetables at that time as well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put it in a oven at 275 to 300, depending on your oven, and I'm gonna cover it and
But
let it
we're
go.
not pouring wine over to cover the entire meat. We're just putting a...
No, it's not a soup, it's a braise. So really, from 1/3 to half max of liquid covering
Okay.
on it. And then you can also flip your meat in the middle of the braise. The braise is a long time. You want it to
So that'll allow
2-3
the
hours.
meat sticking out of the liquid to develop more color and continue developing the Maillard effect. So therefore we get more of that roasty flavor on the meat.
Yep.
All right?
All right, so I deglaze now with this. I prefer to deglaze with a wooden spatula, but
I don't think we have one.
right now. So deglaze, add in more aromatics, like my fresh herbs here, some more salt and pepper. I gotta flavor it. I'm gonna put this back in. You can add in, again, here's when you add in any vegetables. Ooh, nice.
Looks delicious. Especially
I
that brown
cannot
bits
wait.
right there.
Yes, the brown bits are what's the most fun. Okay, so now we're just covering it, and we're gonna put it in a 275 to 300 degree oven right here.
Let me get that for
Bosh, please open sesame.
you. So we also want to make sure that it's not on the top rack and not on the bottom rack. We want it right in the middle, which should be your most even heat in the oven. All right?
And
We've already preheated the oven, so we're all ready to go.
I'm gonna, if I would set a timer, I'm gonna set a timer to check it in about an hour and a half. Bosh, I'm gonna go, I think it's ready. It's been 3 hours, 275.
Let's pull it.
Let's see what's going on. Oh, that smell. Oh, nothing
smell
like
it from
was-
here.
Oh, beautiful.
Put it down.
Oh my God.
You get the herbs, you get the wine.
It's just aromatic, hits you with the wine. Oh, it's beautiful. There you go.
Let's check the meat. Ah, Yos, look at
Is
that.
it fork tender? Because that's what I'm like, oh my goodness. Do you guys see that? Oh, that's probably plastic fork tender, but we don't have a plastic fork.
Look at the color. You've already absorbed so much of the wine.
It's like a different type of red. It's a rich red.
And the sauce itself, you're cooking down. You're a lot thicker than we started. Over a little rice, I think this would be
I was
amazing.
about to say, plate it in a bowl over rice, couscous, Moroccan style, you know what I'm saying? Just, or any grain, farro. This really is good with grain or a mashed potato. Love it with a mashed potato. And then that, and then the best part is, whatever you're putting it on, the grain, this is your flavor. The sauce is your flavor. You can make that grain plain.
It looks beautiful.
Wow, and look at it, just pulling off the bone, clear, beautiful.
That's a work of art.
Oh my God. Nothing like that in a cold, rainy winter day like it is today. You can't see outside the studio, but it is raining. It is
Everyone
beautiful.
look for the lamb shanks on Kosherdotcom exclusively from Marble and Green.
Also, the beef ossobuco that we were talking about before, we didn't finish it because space, but
Exact same process.
and fantastic and very economical.
We'll see you soon on Marble and Green.
Thanks for joining us.